Forever and ever. It's a very long time.
Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin is a 1997 direct-to-video release. It is directed by Karl Geurs, supervising animation director is Takeshi Atamura, editing by Christopher K.G., music by Carl Johnson, and it's written by Karl Geurs and Carter Crocker. Karl Geurs is best known for The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Little People, Big Discoveries, Dungeons & Dragons, and this. Takeshi Atamura, Carl Johnson, and Carter Crocker I've all covered in previous videos. They'll be listed and linked in the description. Christopher K.G., or Guy, is best known for Kim Possible, Gargoyles, Rage of Honor, and the Aladdin TV series. The film stars Jim Cummings, John Fiedler, Ken Sansom, Peter Cullen, Paul Winchell, Brady Blum, Andre Stojka, David Warner, and Frankie J. Galasso. 5 of the 9 people I just listed I've covered in previous videos. They will be listed and linked in the description. Ken Sansom plays Rabbit and is best known for The Long Goodbye, Nausicaa, Airport 1975, and The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Brady Blum plays Christopher Robin and is best known for Dumb and Dumber 1 and 2, Star Trek Voyager, and Snow Falling on Cedars. Andre Stojka plays Owl and is best known for The Tigger Movie, Pom Poko, Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer, and Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time. Frankie J. Galasso plays Christopher Robin's singing voice and is best known for Jungle to Jungle, Hudson Street, A Tale of Two Pizzas, and this. This story is entirely original. They only obviously have the characters from A.A. Milne's work, or Milne, I don't remember. And so it's not really based off of a specific story of theirs. They took pieces, I guess, but it's not it's an entirely original story just with those characters. It is supposed to be serving as the finale to The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, so it's technically supposed to be the end of that show. It's like the ending of that show. It has 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, but Siskel and Ebert both loved it very, very much, as did I. I watched this movie religiously when I was younger. It was like Little Mermaid, Lion King 2, Pooh's Grand Adventure, and I haven't seen, unlike Little Mermaid and Lion King 2 and like the original Winnie the Pooh, I've seen those movies since I was little. I still love them. I still watch them on occasion. Like, I still will be like, I'm in the mood for Lion King 2, let's pop it in. I have not seen this movie since I was young. I couldn't tell you, 15 plus years maybe. I don't remember last time I watched this movie. But I do remember being obsessed with it and watching it religiously, and I was just like really excited to watch it for this, and I was expecting it to be like, oh, I remember this, but like for the most part I don't. I remembered everything. It began and I was like, it's all coming back to me now. Right when David Warner started narrating, I was like, it's all flooding back. Like, I love this movie so much. And then Pooh Bear started singing, and I was like, I forgot it was a musical, and I 100% remember this. It was immediately in my brain, and I was like, forever and ever. Like, I immediately remembered, and then like it started to get to the scene where they're with Owl and they're trying to figure out what the note says, and I was like, he has a song that's got like a bunch of marching band. It's very American Army marching band song. And then he started singing, and I was like, and I remembered all of it. I remembered the scary parts, and I remember being terrified of Skull and like all this kind of stuff. Like, I just remembered everything. And the map ripping and all the diamondy crystal area and like Pooh Bear getting stuck. I remembered all of it. It was like I hadn't missed a day of watching it. And it was, oh my god, I sobbed. Immediately Pooh Bear started singing Forever and Ever, and I was like, and I just was a freaking mess. It like took me back to a time when life was simpler, and the scariest thing to me was Christopher Robin going to school at the Skull. Like, I was like I used to think that was so scary, and I was like, no, he's just at school, it's okay, it's not that scary, everything's fine, it's fine. Like, I would be so stressed and scared through that movie until the end when Christopher Robin's like, we cool. And it just reminded me of a simpler time, so I immediately was like, remember being a child and not having to worry about people's human rights? Like, it was so good to be brought back to that movie that I haven't seen in like easily 15 years. And it's just so good, and a lot of people are like, oh no, it's like too simple or whatever. My dog is barking outside and I refuse to start over, so deal with it. People like might think it's too simple or whatever, but I love it for that reason. It is very straightforward. You're smarter, well, that's last technically. So you're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. Those are 3 of the big lessons you're gonna learn in this movie. The 4th being, even when you're not with someone you love, you're always with them. They're always in your heart, you're always with them, even when you're separate. That's the 4th big lesson. And it's very obvious who's gonna be learning what lesson. Piglet's gonna be learning to be brave, Tigger's gonna be learning to be strong, Rabbit's gonna be learning that he's smarter than he thinks. Like, they are all those things, but learning whatever. And Pooh Bear's gonna learn that no matter if he's separate from Christopher Robin, they'll always be together in each other's hearts. And it's very obvious, poor Eeyore. Poor Eeyore doesn't get a lesson, and Kango and Roo are nowhere to be seen, but it's fine. And Gopher, but Gopher was an addition anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't care that it's that simple. Those lessons are so important to teach kids and for anyone, to teach anyone. You are braver than you think you are, believe. You're braver than you believe you are. You are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. And I love that. And then no matter what, you're always with the people you love in your heart. And I love those lessons, and they're just taught to these characters in such a beautiful, pure way that, like, you can't help but be like, this is wonderful. Pooh Bear is so pure and innocent, and who can't like Winnie the Pooh? Who can't like it? Who can't like Winnie the frackin' Pooh? Okay, like, it's so good. I got goosebumps multiple times throughout the movie because I just, like, kept remembering everything, and, like, I was so emotional throughout the entire movie, and I think my nostalgia played a factor in that. Like, I don't think it was just because I was emotional about the movie. I think nostalgia completely played a factor in this cry count because but I do also have a very, like, special place in my heart for the way Christopher Robin and Pooh Bear talk to each other, because people don't talk like that. I mean, me and my friends do, but oftentimes people won't just outright be like, I want to spend time with you, I love you, I like doing nothing with you, just outwardly saying all that stuff. People don't do that a lot. And I think it's beautiful to see that, so that does affect me emotionally, like Pooh Bear and Christopher Robin being so sweet definitely deeply affects me, but I do think nostalgia for this movie especially played a giant factor in my cry count. I was crying, like, almost the entire movie just because I was like, this movie is my childhood. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say. What do I got? I also think this movie hit in a different way because it's literally, like, today is 2 weeks from the election, and it's a very intense, high emotion, high stress time that watching something, like, so pure that is like Winnie the Pooh just being like, hey man, you're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think, and no matter what, the people you love are always with you, dude. And, like, I think just watching something so pure and loving and I'm cool, it's fine, really affected me because we're in a time that is so, like, high stress, high emotions. People are showing the worst sides of themselves and not caring about other people. When it's like, Winnie the Pooh taught us to care about other people, man. Where were you? Like, Winnie the Pooh's like, care about people. And it's just like, how can you, I don't understand. So, obviously you're watching this after the election, so I'm, like, getting emotional over here, like, 2 weeks to the election, and you're like, guys, it's over, like, whatever. And if you think this is bad, I swear to you, if the sitting president wins, this 10 times worse. Also, Winnie the Pooh says he, her, and they. He's an inclusive king. That's all I have to say. Like, I cried. This movie's amazing. Nostalgia, for sure. That's everything I have for Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. I adore this movie. This movie means a lot to me from my childhood because it's Winnie the Pooh, and y'all know how I feel about Winnie the Pooh. There's just something, dude. It's just something about Winnie the Pooh and me. And, I don't know, I think also, like, the nostalgia played a factor, but I also think this movie, like I said, hit at a really, really specifically perfect time. And it affected me on a nostalgia level of being like, wow, remember a simpler time when, like, Christopher Robin being in his skull was the scariest thing of all time. Where, like, now it's like, hey, there are people that think people shouldn't have rights, and it's really horrifying. I think it really hit at the right time and affected me. My final rating for this is 7 honeypots out of 10. Our total movie count is. Our cry count is. Parent death toll is still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram or Twitter. You'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put up videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. Always good things going on over there. Buy merch. Merch is fantastic. I love it. I'm obsessed with the hoodies. I can't wait to make new merch and just keep doing it. I really am enjoying merch. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe, and I'm sure you are, so you do, and don't be. There is no one to be. Not be. Everybody learns their lessons, so remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Crying in the video. Okay. Oh no. Wait, yes. Crying in the video. Typical. Getting emotional is what I do best. I cry at everything. I'm gonna sob forever.